All right, thank you very much. I want to thank everybody for being here today for what is an important announcement pertaining to Active International, Empire State Development, and Blue Hill Plaza. Active International has built a reputation for being among the most community-minded companies in Rockland County, and maintaining that reputation is important both to the company's employees and to its management. So these organizations behind me worked for quite a while in order to create a path by which Active International would remain in Blue Hill Plaza. And over the course of time, we worked out that path, and we're happy to announce today that Active International will remain in Blue Hill Plaza for an extended period of time, which you'll hear about from the experts behind me. With us today are Kenneth Adams, the President and CEO and Commissioner of Empire State Development, Elkin, Chairman and CEO and co-founder of Active International, Tim Jones, the Managing Member of Blue Hill Plaza. County Executive Ed Day had been scheduled to be with us, but cannot be due to death in the family. Mike DiTullo, President and CEO of Rockland Economic Development Corporation. Al Samuels, the President and CEO of the Rockland Business Association. So rather than continue, I'd like to turn this over to the Commissioner of Empire State Development, Ken Adams. Ken?
Thanks, everybody, for coming out to this event today. I'm really pleased to be here, and I just have a couple of observations I want to make about this project and how we see this from the standpoint of economic development, not just here in Rockland County, but frankly all across the state. Yes, it's true the state, through ESD, has stepped in to play a small and I'd like to think helpful role. And I'll talk for a second about why we did that and how important it is to us. But none of these projects ever succeed without really powerful partnerships. And in this case, understand that, again, while we're pleased to be able to step up and provide a modest incentive to kind of make the numbers work and keep Active International here, we do that in very close partnership with Mike DiTullo. So, Mike, thank you. Mike made a phone call to me on this one in particular to drive home its importance. There is nothing at that county level that gets past my longtime friend Al Samuels' attention, and Al knows when to call me too when there's something, and this is because we have a personal friendship that goes back to many years. Al is strategic, and his outreach to me is usually around really critical issues. He's careful to say, this one really matters, you really can come help us with this, and we always do. Or we try as much as possible to be responsive. And this is really a marquee company, an amazing business, and you'll hear more about it, you know it, but one that we're just very proud to call a New York born and bred business that's got global reach and great capacity and all of the very important work that it does. But as a key employer in the county, 350 plus employees right here, hundreds worldwide, 500-600 people worldwide, spread in markets all across the globe. Active International is a very, very important New York State company. And we take all of our employers very, very seriously. And when there is a possibility, for a whole host of reasons we understand, they're not always good and we don't want to go into them, that a company could move somewhere else for economic reasons, think northern New Jersey, I think that when I'm here, because we get involved in these situations all the time. We are very mindful of situations where companies in New York State could be considering Connecticut or Jersey or other places. And we see those as threats, quite honestly, and we take them case by case, and we take them very, very seriously. And the message, I guess, the message I would express to all of you that comes from Governor Cuomo himself is, and his direction to me is, Ken, take every case very seriously. Remember who the customer is. It's Al and the team at Active International. It's your local partners. And within reason, deploy state resources to keep the jobs here in New York State. And especially when it's a company that is globally competitive and growing and poised to add even more jobs here in Rockland County and in other places around the state. So big congratulations to all of you, and we look forward to working with Active International in many years to come. Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
I'd like to introduce President and CEO of the Rockland Economic Development Corporation, Mike DiTullo. Mike.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. This is really a great day. I want to thank, number one, Active International for having confidence in Rockland County and staying here and continuing to grow and prosper. Your presence is so key to our economic vitality and our competitiveness. I want to thank Jim Tully at CBRE, the agent here for the building at Blue Hill Plaza, and, of course, the ownership. Because occupancy is everything. Without occupancy, without suits on the rack, you can't make a transaction or you can't make a deal. So again, Robert Martin, Gloria's son, I know that you were very, very aggressive in coming to driving this deal home. The occupancy factors, after all, over the length of the lease are the most important component in terms of the transaction. Ken and Empire State, along with Ryan and the local individual, was also key, because they understood. I think Ken got the message loud and clear in my phone message that we were not going to let this company leave Rockland County. Gratitude, observations, and keeping in mind that everything that the public sector does, it has to start with the private sector, and that's really the importance of economic development, in case you were ever wondering. Again, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mike. It's my pleasure to introduce Tim Jones, the managing member of Blue Hill Plaza.
Let me adjust this. On behalf of the partners and the 40 or so associates who make this such a great place to work every day, I want to welcome Ken Adams, President, CEO, Commissioner of Empire Economic Development Corporation, members in his team, and members from the Rockland County and Rockland REDC and RBA, and members of the press today. The 20 or so years that we have owned Blue Hill, Active International has undoubtedly been one of our most valued customers. Retaining them here, and the importance of retaining them here from our perspective, couldn't be overemphasized. Today, they're the largest tenant in our building. However, I would say that the importance of keeping Active International here goes way beyond the economic impact. I know from personal experience, the company and its people are heavily involved in many philanthropic and other support efforts here. And they provide a critical thread to the fabric of this community. It's apparent to me that, that giving back is a very conscious and important part of the corporate culture at Active, and we are all very lucky to have them here. I want to thank the state and Rockland Economic Development Corporation, and I didn't know until today as much RBA, for their efforts in making that possible. I would have to describe Amy Vargas and Ryan McLeod and Mike DiTullo's efforts as being aggressively receptive to our requests. If they hadn't done all that, we probably wouldn't be standing here today. So thank you very much, all of you who made this possible, and thank all of you for being here at Blue Hill.
Next up is a very good friend of mine. His organization never stops working for business here in Rockland County. It's my pleasure to introduce Al Samuels, President and CEO of the Rockland Business Association.
Alan, you and Art have just done an incredible job, not just in building an organization that's so special, a local organization with worldwide recognition, worldwide leadership, but an organization that has been so helpful to the general business community and probably more importantly to the people of Rockland. Active Cares, which is an arm of Active International that Joe has responsibility for, is perhaps the most guiding of lights to our not-for-profit community. Programming that's addressed to help them. Services, in fact, working with Joanne and Bob to provide opportunities right here at Blue Hill Plaza for so many of them. People of People, which Joe chairs, and I had the privilege of serving on their board for 9 years, that their Christmas endeavors are conducted here, and you are most generous. Thank you for what you provide. And if you don't know it, People of People just happens to be the largest food pantry in Rockland County, and it feeds about 5,000 people a month. These folks have helped so that organization can fulfill its mission, but they've helped with so many others. And Active Cares is known as a leading philanthropic organization to help other philanthropic groups do their job. And Alan, the fact that you allow this, that you promote this, that you are a champion of it, when I would question the volume that you do in Rockland County for your own business. I think that that's exceptional. And I am just so proud to have that organization as a part of our organization. I'm proud to work for you because the truth of the matter is you're exceptional people doing exceptional work here in Rockland County. We are very grateful to you, very grateful to everybody who was involved in keeping this company here. 350 jobs, good paying jobs. 350 people from Rockland and the surrounding area that have a good place to come to work. And they're growing and they're expanding. Thank you again.
This wouldn't have happened without want to on the part of Active International. Leadership of the company, who came here, by the way, when our CEO was on his way down to New York 20-some odd years ago and was caught in traffic and stopped and said, I'm getting off this traffic, saw this building and stopped in and said, hey, do you have any space? And from that, we've grown to where we are today on multiple floors with hundreds of employees in the company. But it doesn't happen without a forward-thinking and progressive CEO and management team. I've been privileged to work with Alan Elkin for a couple of decades now and have seen him take progressive steps and forward-thinking steps and vanguard steps on many occasions. And the opportunity to work with everything that the state and the building had to offer, to remain here, to make it economically feasible for our company to stay here cannot be underestimated. So I'm pleased to introduce now Alan Elkin, CEO, Chairman, and co-founder.
Good afternoon. In a corporate setting, it's usual that the chairman, the CEO of the company, starts off with all the speeches. Today, I am the last one to speak, and I am taken back by the things that have been said by every one of these gentlemen. I can't begin to say thank you for those kind words. It's true that Active was thinking of leaving Rockland County. I don't know why exactly, but there was talk about it, and we were really thinking about it. Except something happened along the way, and that was these gentlemen that stood there and said to us, there has to be a way that you would want to stay in Rockland County. What they didn't know is they really wanted to. And the reason why, I'm only 25 minutes north of here, and today, in the environment that we live with, we need good partnerships, and that's an important thing. We have, as a company, around the world, approximately 600 people, 350 here in Blue Hill. And with that, we do have a belief. And that belief is that, and it was said by these gentlemen, so there's very little I can really say, but only express that we feel the same way, that our employees, we think so much of them that we allow them to identify a charity, and we make sure it's the right charity, and we caused active cares. Joe leads the endeavor on active cares, and that it is important for any business, all businesses, to be able to give back to the community, and that we do. We have a vibrant team of people, and we deal with the charities that are so very important to us. So far, we've been here, I think it's close to 30 years, and we've seen the building change. We've seen the building change for the best, and that this is a place that we want to stay. We have caused a lease that will keep us in Rockland County, keep us in Blue Hill for another 15 years. And maybe after that, another 15 years. So I want to thank everyone that participated in helping to keep us here. And I have to say one other thing, and that is to those companies that might be thinking of leaving Rockland County. I want to warn you that the people behind me will not let that happen. That's for sure. They're determined and they're interested in helping as a partner every single company in Rockland County. So with that, I'd like to thank them all. I appreciate your help, and have a great day. Thank you.
Alan said it. We're proud to be here for another 15 years. We're proud to be doing the retrofit under the grant from Empire State Development. We're happy to be in our new space that was worked out for us by Blue Hill Plaza. It's a very happy day for those of us who work here, those of us who want to be, who continue to be involved in the community here. The idea of learning a new community and benefiting the nonprofits in that community was daunting to me, so I'm happy I could stay with where I know. On behalf of everyone behind me, certainly on behalf of Active International, very grateful for what we all did together. Thank you very much for coming.